So you're writing a Indiana Jones type movie or some sort of big high concept blockbuster tentpole studio movie. You know it's going to cost a lot of money, right? So they don't care about money, and they got CGI and all of that, so you don't really care about what you're going to write. And in this case, Kasdan did the same thing. He didn't matter to him what it cost to make the shot. If you look at here, you'll see in this scene, this is Katanga is on the deck, and Indy comes in because the engines have stopped and they want to know what's going on. Katanga turns quickly, pointing with a sweeping hand. Indy looks. Arrayed in a rough semicircle around the ship are 10 German Wolf submarines. Holy crap. All of their deck guns are manned and trained on the Bantu Wind. The Bantu Wind is Captain Katanga's ship, the Bantu Wind, which we never know in the movie, by the way. Worse, at least 5 heavily armed boarding parties and rafts are closing quickly on the ship. And Indy goes, holy shit. Well, for those folks who know the movie frame by frame, dialogue by dialogue, no. There's only one U-boat and one boarding party. But isn't it interesting? Isn't it interesting that when we saw the movie for the first time, for those people as old as me and were affected by the movie, isn't it interesting that one U-boat and one landing craft coming towards the boat was enough for us to go, holy shit, right along with Indy? So if you're writing your big blockbuster movie and stuff like that, and you say to yourself, oh, well, there's got to be, what has he got? There's got to be 10 German Wolf submarines and 5 ships. That means, all the ships are full of extras. They're not real Nazis. They're extras. They put them in uniforms. They give them fake guns. They put them out on the water, and they start filming and stuff like that. Does it have to be 10? Does it have to be 5 boats? I've talked to a lot of novice screenwriters who are like, no, I have to. It's scarier that way, or, for whatever reasons that they have. Not always the case. There is a case where you can communicate what you want in simpler, cheaper terms, and without losing production value. It didn't lower the production value by having one submarine. Okay, lesson learned. All right, so this is another one of those. We're getting into another scene where it's not in the movie, but it is very interesting, and I want to point it out, and it's good writing too, even though I don't buy it. Take a look at this. I'm on 89. I don't know where you are. It should be up here somewhere. In the air pocket, Indy's head breaks the surface and smashes into rock again. The pocket is only 6 inches deep. No matter. Indy loves it. He'd like to move in. He gulps air. That's awesome. I mean, you don't even have to say Indy loves it. He'd like to move in. He gulps air. But it's got a nice little rhythm to it. You know what I mean? I really like that. They never used it in the movie, but still you can get a lot of insight into the writer, the beginning of the story. And that's where, if you're the screenwriter, that's where you are. Okay, so that's all the time that we have for this week. So hopefully I'll see you next week, and we'll take a look a little bit more at Lawrence Kasdan's Raiders of the Lost Ark. I'm David Mulligan, your host, and this is the Writers Bloc for Virtual Channel Network.